Excellent. So we were sitting with a little bit of length in the spine. So whatever you do with your legs is absolutely fine. Just kind of bringing your mind to your waist. You can put your hands on the sides of your waist there and spread out the fingers a little bit. See if you can't just lengthen there between the hip and the armpit. And just get a sense of your bones there, the structure of the body. You've got the ribs, and then in most people there's a little gap between the bottom of the ribs and the beginning of the hip bones. So if you can just sort of find that gap and place your hands there, it encourages you not to collapse. And just take a deep breath. Lovely. And see if you can take a deep breath and kind of expand your hands widthways. Yeah. Just breathing into the side body. Breathing widthways just for a few moments. And as we do this, just gently push the outside world away. I'm going to bring the left hand to the ground and the right arm along the sides of the ear. And keeping your awareness in the side, just breathe into the right side. Very nice. It's quite a subtle feeling. We've all been coming for a while now, so I can dwell on these very subtle sensations in the body. It's going to help us to tune into subtle changes in the mind and what we call the energy body. Just breathing into the right side, and then we'll come back to centre. Just settle for a moment. A bit of length here in the waist. And then placing the right hand, let's bring the left arm over. Breathing into the left side. There might be a different quality on this side. Might be a subtle difference. Just notice any changes, any resistance. This side might be more open, whatever it is. Breathing into it, observing, accepting, and honouring. Very good. Let's come to hands and knees. Take your time to go through a few of the cat stretches. Bring up the tailbone on the in-breath. And on the exhale, wow. Good. Taking your time, just feeling how that waist mobilizes. So it is the most mobile part of our back body. So the joints between the vertebrae there in the middle are very, very loose. So a lot more movement there than you can in other parts of the spine. So just being aware of that, and see if you can work the stiffer parts either side of your waist now. So down into the tailbone, which hardly moves at all, and up into the upper back, which again, very tight spot usually. Just breathing and moving into that. Lovely. Let's pause now, and we're going to just shift the hips back to the heels. Taking a moment here, walking the fingertips a little bit further forward. And then coming up to kneeling, please bring the hands behind you for a bit of a thigh stretch, lifting your bottom away from the heels. Lengthen through those thigh muscles, looking down through the knees. Feel those thigh muscles sparking and lengthening now. See if you can't go a bit higher. And then hips to heels. Let's come toward forward. Your tailbone and your chest, and we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Pushing the hips up and back. Let's keep the knees just a little bit bent. Wonderful. And go ahead and bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. You're going to kind of peer underneath the right arm and get a bit of a stretch in the right side. Oh yeah, and then changing sides. Please bend the right leg, straighten the other leg, the left leg. Looking under your arm, see if you can feel a bit of a stretch in the left side. Very nice. And then coming back to centre, just pedal the knees a little bit, wiggle your bottom, and we'll walk the feet to the hands and come to a forward bend. Take one where your head and neck release. Shrug the shoulders, release your jaw. Good. Just pausing for a moment. And with the hands on the ground or the legs, whatever suits you. Let's come up halfway, extending horizontally. And exhaling back. Good. And on the in-breath, extend the spine so the tailbone moves back. Lengthen the sides of the waist forward. Exhale back. And again, on the in-breath, extend the sides of the waist forward, top of the head forward, tailbone back. And exhale back. With the feet, bend the knees, and we're going to bring the arms overhead. Big stretch. And hands to the heart. Love. So just pausing here, mountain pose. Before we move on, I'll do this sideways so you can see. Got the feet hip distance apart. We're just going to take the upper thighs back an inch. Notice your bottom sticks out a bit. Then we're going to tilt the tailbone so the tailbone drops straight down. And as you come standing tall, you feel like you've drawn in these muscles around your middle. So I'll just repeat that again. So upper thighs back, tailbone back, tailbone down, and standing tall. Roll the shoulders down, growing long in the sides of the waist. We'll bring up the arms. Good, keeping the legs nice and strong. Looking up through the hands. Wonderful. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, forward. Very nice. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling back. Root the feet, soften the knees, and on the in-breath, draw a big circle with the hands all the way to the top. Thigh bones back, tailbone down, palms together with the head. And exhale, bring it home to the heart. Take a deep breath, lift the heart, meet the hand. Mountain pose. Check it's all still done up here around your middle. You've got that muscle action happening. If so, inhale, sweep up the arms. And on the exhale, we'll bow. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling, fold. And we'll bring the right foot forward, the left leg back, back knee to the ground. And just pause here for a moment to wake up the hips. Let's drift that front knee just a little bit further forward. I'm going to do a few with this back knee down today, so just check that's comfortable for you. I can see a couple of you are pleating your mat, which is good. So if you're on the carpet, it's actually a bit easier. Okay, so let's pick up the back knee, change legs, so back foot to the front, big lunge. And when you're there, back knee down, get it comfortable. Almost, if you're at home, you can also grab a cushion or something. It's getting in a good place. Brilliant. And then picking up the back knee, let's take it back to a high plank. So stacking the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists, or even behind the wrists. So you don't want those shoulders over the hands. And then all the way to the ground, knees first. Elbows in, point the toes, and we'll say little curl up, lifting the chest, and pressing back to down dog when you're ready. Taking some long, deep breaths. Oh, that's lovely. Soften the knees and moving the inner thighs back and up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the sides of the waist, diagonally back. Take a breath, and you can step or even jump to the top. So whatever you want, let's meet at the top of the mat. Extend the spine. Exhaling back. Inhale to the sky. And exhale to the heart. Deep breath in. Mountain pose. This is your tailbone dropping down. Inhale, rise. Exhaling, bow. Inhale, extend. And fold. I'm going to step the left leg back. Arrange the front knee over the heel. Come up to a balance. So scissoring the thigh bones together. Bring the back heel nice and high. Give the shoulders a shrug. And then sweeping up the arms. Roll the shoulders down. Look up through the hands. Fantastic. Good for you. Take a breath. And then we'll place both hands on the ground. And let's do the other leg. So back foot to the front. Let's bring the back heel nice and high. Front knee over the heel. Come up to your balance. Good, good, good. Sweeping up the arms. Looking up through the hands. That's just great. Looking amazing here. Take a breath. And we'll step back to a high plank. Zipping up into your belly. And then all the way down, elbows closely. They're softening onto your tummy, curl up for a little cobra. And then we'll press up and back, downward facing dog. That's great. Lengthening the sides of the waist, pushing the floor away. Long, slow breath. Marvelous. Well done, Rob. Making your way to the top of the mat. Either walk or jump, whatever you feel. And when you get there, extend the spine horizontally. Exhaling back. All the way to the sky. Feet firmly planted. Bring the hands home to the heart. Take a deep breath. Mountain pose. Wonderful. So with the feet firmly planted, we'll take the upper thighs back, excuse me, tailbone down, getting nice and strong. Let's bring up the arms, roll the shoulders down. Just holding it here for a moment, thigh bones back, tailbone down. You can feel all those core muscles engaging. I'm just going to soften the knees a little, catch hold of the right wrist. Please bend the left knee as you sway to the left. Great, and inhale, center, changing hands, bend the right knee, as you sway to the right. Lovely, inhale, center, reaching out with both hands. Let's bring the palms together overhead. Take the hands to the heart, tailbone dropping towards the ground. Let's feel that gentle engagement in the abdomen and the pelvic floor. Let's take a breath. Mountain pose. Well done, well done. Let's take the feet nice and wide. So you've got a wide-legged forward bend coming on. So we quite often do this one, so I think you'll be fine. Take a breath. Hinging forward, bring the hands somewhere on the ground. If you need to bend the knees, that's fine. Walk the hands a little further away from you. So you're making a kind of triangle shape with the feet and hands. Lovely. Moving the inner thighs back. Just gently pushing the floor away, getting a nice lengthening in the legs. Get the weight more into the heels. Oh yeah, getting a lovely stretch happening. Fantastic. So, got a bit of a sequence for you today, so just to make us think, we're going to do something we don't do so often. So let's take the whole of the left foot out and bend the right knee to the ground. We'll try and get right knee in line with the left heel. So have a go at that one. I'm going to get that right side quite vertical. So how is that? That's it, Liz, you've got it. And then if you can reach the ground, great. You're going to bring your right fingertips to the ground and then swoop your left arm along the sides of the ear. So you're making a nice long diagonal line from your toes. Keep the toes just gently in contact with the ground. Swoop along to the little finger of the top hand, opening the whole side body up. Well done. That's good. We will do the other side in a minute. Let's bring the hands to the ground. And then we're going to say, let's turn to the right. So you're going to bring the, sorry, no, other way. Turn to the left. So you can turn towards the straight leg. So you've got a bit of a, what we call a runner's lunge going on. So pivot on your mat. You're turning towards the straight leg. And strengthening the straight leg with the hands either side of it. Just think about drawing all those muscles onto the ground, onto the bone, drawing the muscles in. Well done, well done. So the last one in this sequence is to rock forward onto the left foot, bringing that left knee more over the heel, tucking the toes of the back foot under. And we're back in our low lunge that we do all the time. So when you get there, that's fine. And then I've got a little bit of a treat for you. Well, you might call it that. Placing the right hand on the ground, you're going to bend the back knee and reach behind. The left hand to the right foot. Get a really nice thigh stretch happening. Good for you. Take a moment here. And then we're going to walk the hands round to the long edge of the mat. Pivot on the back knee. And then come back up to your wide leg forward bend. Very good. Having a bit of a stretch there. And then let's do the other side. So bringing the right toes out to the short edge of the mat. Bring the left knee down, turn the left foot, so this left thigh is going to be in the vertical, so in the right angle. Parigraya, the gate pose. We're getting ready to open the gate, so it's looking good, people. I don't do this one very often, so it takes a little bit of thinking about it, but that's part of it. It takes our mind off stuff. So bringing the left hand to the ground, so you've got hand, knee, foot all in a line. Let's do the side stretch. So bringing your right arm alongside the ear. That's good. Just work the big toe of the right foot into the ground and the little toe. Yeah, opening up the whole side body there. Very nice indeed. Breathing into the space that we're making. Superb. Extend through the fingertips and also through the toes, all along the line of the stretch. And then we'll bring both hands back to the ground on the long edge of the mat. And we're going to turn and walk towards the straight leg. So bring the hands on either side of the straight leg. Great. And then a little bit of a stretch of that straight leg by strengthening those muscles. Yeah, draw those muscles into the body, hug the muscle onto the bone. Very nice. Call this one a runner's lunge. Great stuff. So if you're still with me, we'll complete this little sequence by moving this right knee forward over the toes. You might need to walk the back knee in a bit, coming back to your low lunge that we did earlier. So it should be a familiar sort of pose. And if you want a little bit more, this is just the icing on the cake. If it's all too much, you don't have to. You're going to bring this right hand around the back and catch hold of the back knee. This will give us that thigh stretch we've been warmed up. So it's opposite hand, opposite foot. Yeah. Very nice. Well done, people. That's looking good. And then we're going to come back to kneeling, back to all fours. Fantastic. Thank you. So I'd like to change this into a bit of a plank pose. I'm going to offer you the one with straight arms, but if you feel that's too much, you're very welcome to do this on forearm. Please bring your right hand to the middle of the mat. That's going to, and then we're going to just turn the knees and start to straighten out the legs towards the bottom of the mat. Okay, side plank. You've got your right hand and your right leg are taking the weight. I'm going to step the left foot behind the right leg. And then if you've got everything organised, open up. Very good. This is our core work going on. So see if you can feel it. So moving your waist away from the ground. Notice how that opens the whole thing up. So use your waist muscles to move your middle away from the ground. Pressing into the back foot. Looking up towards the top hand if you want some more. Oh, well done, well done. And relax. Thank you. Let's walk around to the other side. Place the left hand. That's going to be the base. All right, the left hand's going to take the weight. Then your feet at the opposite end of the mat. Left hand, left leg. With the right foot behind the left leg. And then getting yourself in a straight line. Raising the top arm. And then we're going to work it from the middle. So work your waist away from the ground. Keep it going, keep it working. Using your core muscles to do it as well as your arm muscles and leg muscles. Brilliant! And then I'm going to come back to kneeling and just take a seat of your choice as we release the wrists. Oh, well done. That was a tough sequence in many ways because it's an unfamiliar sequence and it's quite strong. Good for you. So just bending those wrists back like we do. I think you know this one, don't you? Get the wrists a little bit released. And then we're going to take a twist. So please take the left fingertips all the way around the back. Right hand to the left side or the left leg. And gently pressing into the ground to grow a little taller. Please turn that to the left, looking over your shoulder. Oh yes, cranking it round. Your chest round, your middle, moving the shoulders towards each other. Nice long neck. Taking the head round. Inhale, center. And release the shoulders down. Great. Let's take the second side. So bringing the right hand behind you. Sitting up tall, nice and long in the waist. So it's all going to come from our middle. Gently press your fingertips into the ground. And look over your right shoulder. Move the ribs, the chest, the waist, the neck. Cranking the whole thing round, getting a lovely stretch in all those spinal muscles. Well done. Inhale, center. Good for you. Going to extend the legs. if you haven't already. Remember, those kneeling ones, they're not for you. They can do all this position anyway. Walk your bum back, comfy. Place the fingertips beside you. Shrug the shoulders. Well done. Just shift the weight from cheek to cheek. Get those hip bones relaxing into the ground. And then we'll grow a little taller up the sides of the waist. Soften the shoulders down. Grow a little taller in the sides of the neck now. Just balance the head on top of the spine. Very nice. Let's take our twist here, please. So right hand to left leg. Walk the left fingertips round the corner, bend the elbow, sitting up really tall, spiral round and up. And that's good. Taking the whole thing round and up, over your shoulder. Breath. Come back to center. Well, just reset the hips a little wiggle, going in and up with those core muscles, especially the side body long. And then they'll take it around the corner to the opposite side, lifting and turning, looking over your shoulder. That's lovely. Making it all the way around. Brilliant. Breathing in, come back to center. Please inch your bottom back a couple of inches. Lift your bottom back and bring up the arms. Roll the shoulders down. Roll down. So feeling the sides of the waist lengthen. Glue your bottom to the ground. Grow roots through those sit bones. Reaching up to the sky through the fingertips. See if you can get an extra couple of millimeters here in the waist. That's nice. Take a breath. And hinging forward, make it into some kind of forward bend that feels right for you. Bowing your nose towards your knees. And I'd like you to consider the side body in this position. So you travel the crown of your head towards your feet, lengthening the sides of the waist towards your feet. That's good. Extending forward. Wonderful. And the in-breath will slowly emerge. I'm going to make our way to lying down. So come onto your back with the knees up. And hugging the knees into your tummy. Let's take a moment just to rock from side to side. Notice that you need your core muscles for this even. From side to side. And then go ahead and drop the knees over to the ground on the left. Spreading out the arms for a lying down twist. Watch the back of your head, shoulders underneath you. But I quite like to bring my left hand onto the top thigh, the right thigh, I think is moving away to spread out the other arm into a comfortable place. And when you're in position, we're going to just leave it a few moments. Just relax into the pose. Let the shape do most of the work. Come back to centre and swinging the knees over to the opposite side. You might want to bring a hand to the top leg, spread out the opposite arm, opening the whole thing up. Relaxing into the shape we've got into the motion. That's right. Letting the weight of the body release the spine. Perfect. And now come back to centre. Place the feet on the ground and come into a little bit of bridge. Alright, so shrug the shoulders underneath you. Getting into position, lifting up the hips. You can interlock the hands or hold the mat, getting into your version of bridge. Have a look, see how you get on. Oh yeah, looking good now. Stretching out through the knees, lengthening the body away from your head. Rooting the feet into the ground, the shoulders into the ground. Breathing in, exhaling through the knees. And on the next exhale, you'll lower down, take the hips to the ground, and let's hook the knees in towards us. I'd like to draw some circles with the knees in opposite directions, like kind of two O's, if you know. So knees together, exhale, knees apart, inhale, and exhale, the knees in towards each other. Inhale, move. Taking your time, circling the knees. Just going to give it a couple more moments, more rounds, and then please pause. And change the direction of the circle. Yes. Exhale, the knees come in. Inhale, the knees go out. To the side. And that's lovely. Exhale. Very nice. Take another breath. Another circle. And bringing the soles of the feet towards each other. Let's bring your hands to your tummy. Let's bring the hands on either side of the navel today. And warm hands. Take a minute to match up the heels, the soles of the feet. Line everything up. Heels in line with navel, in line with the tip of your nose, the crown of your head, and relaxing your body into the mirror image, left and right. Being aware of your breath now. moving in your body. Leave the hands. That's lovely. Leave the hands. Bring the knees together. And straightening the legs. Please turn the palms face up. Make a few adjustments. Short shavasana. Have a few moments of this deep relaxation. Making yourself really comfortable now. Relaxing the hands. Letting the fingers gently go. Relaxing the shoulders. Into the back. Softening the face. Let your eyes just rest back into the head now. Smoothing the brow. All expression fades. The skin on the face becomes very relaxed. And you can just kind of soften towards your hairline now. And the skin on the whole head is very relaxed. And the whole head is relaxed. This relaxing feeling flows down into your neck, pours over your shoulder. And like a warm, relaxing liquid, it's going to flow down into your upper body, into your waist and hand, into your lower body, and the whole body is relaxed. The whole body is relaxed. Just allowing your thoughts to drift forward to your mind. And when you're ready, remove the fingers a little bit and circle the wrists. You might want to bring your arms overhead and have a nice stretch. That's good. Rolling onto your side. Just go ahead and rest your head on your arm, your right arm probably, doesn't matter too much. Lovely. Filtering open the eyes, being aware of the world around you. And we'll push ourselves up to seated to close the practice for today. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Take a nice seat with a straight back, a little bit of length here between the hips and the ribs. Relaxing your hands into your lap. And just close with 3 mindful breaths together. Being aware of your body in a state of just relaxed alertness. At the end of your 3rd exhale, bring the hands to the heart, honouring the divine that is housed in this body. Thank you everyone, and namaste. Take to unmute.